Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lendingkart Leadership Podcast. In this series, you get to hear our esteemed leaders answer some very serious and some not so serious questions. Tune in for some candid conversations.
Today we have with us a very special guest. He's the Head Accounts Operations and Admin Finance, Vikram Gandhi, lovingly known as Vikram Uncle. Hello, Vikram Uncle. Thank you for coming on our podcast. We are honored to have you recording with us today.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay, Uncle, I think my first question is something that everybody would love to hear.
Hmm.
Let's talk about your journey. Please tell
Hmm.
us when you joined Lending Card and how your journey has been through these years.
Right. The journey is really very interesting and exciting,
Hmm.
but it is not possible to name it in great detail.
Hmm.
But I try to articulate as much as I can do,
Hmm.
which give you the prominent view. I joined the lending card. I joined the 58th July 2013. When
Hmm.
I joined, it was I was the only employee in lending card. At that time, there was no specific designation for
Hmm.
any department.
Hmm.
My journey from the beginning to till date is a roller coaster ride, and
Hmm.
it is an exciting journey. I have met lot of brilliant and hardworking people, and I
Hmm.
have learned so many things regarding work, life, and technology. Execution of all payment with the adequate speed and 100% accuracy on a daily basis is a really difficult task, and still we are making this possible with 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 actually extra effort and
Hmm.
determination towards work.
Oh, that's very well said. For all our listeners, let me remind you that Vikram Uncle was one of the first employees at Lending Card. So why did you decide to join Lending Card? It was a startup back then. I mean, almost
Yeah.
9 years ago. So how did you decide, or what made you join this startup?
It is very good question. Initially, actually, I work in USA for 7 years, from 2007 to 2030.
Hmm.
In ESA Computer Limited, manufacturing the server and delivering to the university and the big corporate house. Previously, actually, I also worked with the Voltas Limited
Hmm.
and the Pepsi International Company. In that, actually, I did the work of the account operation and banking.
Hmm.
I had the idea about lending and potential of the lending business.
Okay.
And when I met her regarding job in lending card,
Hmm.
and he had amazing and the unique plan and strategy of
Hmm.
lending card. I always wanted to be the part of challenging atmosphere. And initially, it was really challenging and tough to shape the payment and finance hierarchy. When I anticipated with the lending card, it
Right.
was like dream and it come true.
Oh, so sweet. So how did you meet Harsh? I mean, do you know him from before, or how did you guys connect with each other?
Yeah, right. Uh, Actually, I was working in Asarva mill, and at that times, her father was my reporting authority. And
Oh.
from there, this professional relationship turned into family relations. So I am talking about this in the year 1980. It was my first job. We have really a good association of relation in the last 42 years, and it has been converted to the family relationship. And this way, I know her since very long period of time.
Wow. And you said that you're working in 1980s, right? And it's like
Hmm.
2022. We're actually recording this a day before New Year, so almost 2023. Would you take us through your journey a bit more of your career, how it started, and what are the different places you work for?
Yeah, right. Actually, I started working in the account department in the 1980. And
Hmm.
since there, actually, I am in the account and the operations, right? So
Right.
this actually, I did work in near about 8 to 9 organization to
Wow.
meet the different peoples and to convince them cogently. So
Hmm.
the same thing should be catered to different people in the different way. So
Right.
I have always the attitude to learn the more. So if you are having the interaction with a lot of people, so
Hmm.
there are actually knowing actually think better also. That is why actually I have actually keep on changing the organization and the department. So last actually my work in the Voltas Limited Chennai. So it was the different department. So I shifted from Ahmedabad to actually Chennai. So I was actually really always considering to take the risk and to know more and more thing and add the value and engineering, re-engineering the processes.
Wow, that's truly inspiring. So for lending card, you moved back from Chennai to Ahmedabad.
Yeah, right. From Chennai, actually, I went to USA, and from USA to Lendingkart.
So, which is the company that you worked for the longest in your entire career?
Yeah, then actually I work Voltas Limited for the actually total years, 13 years I worked there.
Wow.
In that actually different department is there. That is the central air conditioning and actually beverages. So I work in the Pepsi for
Hmm.
the 3 years.
Wow. I love Pepsi.
Mhm.
Okay. Coming back to lending card, tell us about your day. How does it start, and what do you do the entire day, and how do you end the day? What do you do before leaving work?
Yeah, yes. My day start from a ginger tea and the newspaper. I come office 8:30, and I
Oh,
start my work with the unread mails and the routine checkpoint for the previous day payment. I check all the checkpoint thoroughly and the cross check all the payment status at the time of day closing and assigning respective work or plan for the next day to my fellow teammate before leaving my desk.
okay. And is it true that no single penny is released in lending card without your approval?
We have level of approval hierarchy here, and final actually authorize all of them. Currently, I am handling the disbursement, vendor payment, employee reimbursement, banking, fund transfer, EMI payment. So all the payment activities are
Hmm.
routed through me. That is right.
That's lovely. It must take so much precision to ensure everything is right. And so, what's the absolute one thing that you love about your role? What is it that you like about being at lending card and your role at lending card?
Right. What I love about most regarding my work is determination.
Hmm.
As we can get emergency, the moment the payment, the um, at the time of the payment of any time,
Hmm.
and as a part of work, we need to execute them at any time. And this role teaches to keep going attitude and determination towards your work. Also, I train my teammate for multiple tasks and the addition is possible. And they can improve their productivity and
Hmm.
the synergistic approach is possible.
Right.
We are handling the crores of payment daily. So
Hmm.
in my role, there is no scope for any mistake or
Right.
mismatch
Right.
because it can lead many difficulty for the organization. And I am really proud to say that I have never done any mistake in payment execution in my entire career with the lending card.
Wow. I was actually about to ask you. Wow. That's an achievement.
Yeah, right. There is actually daily we are having the crores of rupees the payment, right? Fund transfer, EMI payment, disbursement. So we have made actually disbursement more than actually 10,000 crores, but there is no any mismatch.
That's lovely. We're glad to have you, disbursing the money.
Mm, right.
Um, Name, one thing that you really, really like about being at Lendingkart. You've been here so many years. You've seen the company literally grow. So, what's the one thing that you really like about the place?
Yeah, when I joined the lending card, there was no fixed process for any of the department.
Hmm.
And so we executed many process through trial and error and expertise of many leaders. One of the great thing about the lending card is it is hunger for growth.
Hmm.
How lending card becomes so used from scratch is a wonderful thing, and I am really proud to be the part of this exceptional journey from beginning. Also, how lending card is executing new idea and
Hmm.
strategy, and their implementation is really commendable.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And in all these years, like you said that you've seen the Lendingkart story, you must have made so many memories, I'm sure. If I were to ask you, and it's a difficult one, to just pick the top three, which one would those be?
Right. When lending card started, there was only four employees, including me. And I still remember my first day where I guided by hers, and we have confidence to build something huge. We had discussion for business planning and strategy to grow this lending business. Second one, when we went to Dubai offsite, and it was the huge fun with the colleagues. We enjoy a lot. Indeed, the trip was really memorable. The most important thing is we have done 10,000 crores rupees disbursement 3 months before so far, and I have single-handedly approved all of them. And for that, I have received appreciation from the company's leaders. As I told you, okay, there was no mistakes for any double payment or the wrong payment. Then we have started our first office, 815 square feet, and now and right now we have 82,000 square foot office in Ahmedabad,
Hmm.
apart from Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad offices. And it is really proud and memorable moment for all of lending card family.
It indeed is. It indeed is. There's also Gurgaon office from where I'm recording this. that you
Yeah, right. You are very right. I have forgotten actually to name it.
And for all our listeners, we have today we are at 11,500 crores of disbursals, all
Yeah,
done by Vikram
right.
Uncle.
And all this from very beginning, the disbursement is with me only, and right now I am doing it.
I'm sure it must be a milestone.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Truly,
it offers actually great pride also.
of course, of course. And disbursing, I mean, finance is it's a very stressful job, right? And especially with so many responsibilities. So I'm sure so much work leads to a lot of stress. So how do you unwind after a stressful day?
Uh, I follow only one strategy: enjoy
Hmm.
your work as much as you can do, and you will never feel tired. I always try different things to make enjoyable atmosphere for me and my teammates, so they feel energetic and confident to fulfill any responsibility. Whatever the work you do, no matters how hectic or straightful your profile is, if you can train yourself to think this way, like you are not working, you are, even though you are working very hard, but mentally actually you register that you are not working, so you will never feel tired.
I have always read about this in books, but it's the first time I'm meeting somebody who actually follows this.
Mm.
I think it's a great answer, and coming from you, it just means so much.
Yeah,
Work is
thank
stressful for everybody today, and hearing from you that if you love it, it won't be stressful anymore. I
yeah,
think it's,
right.
it's a beautiful message for everybody to take home.
Yeah, the stressfulness is actually the maintenance behavior only. So
Yes.
if you are ready that you have not worked, then after stressfulness actually will definitely reduce. And whatever the way you work in the morning, the same stamina and energy remain whenever you are closing the work.
Wow, you're truly an inspiration for everybody listening to the podcast.
Mm.
Okay. And like I said, we're recording this episode a day before New Year's. So, are you making any New Year's resolution?
Yeah. Now, health is the vital element of any successful person. If you are not able to make yourself healthy, it creates the so many difficulty for you. I am 65 years old and I always do my work with energy and determination. So to keep doing this work, I will take resolution to keep myself healthy so I can contribute more and more to the organization.
Wow. That's my resolution too. I'm also planning to lose weight and be healthy in the coming years.
Okay, actually, you are always actually looking very energetic and dynamic. That is there actually, I feel it.
Thank you. Okay, and I don't want this podcast to end, but unfortunately, we'll have to sort of all good things really have to come to an end. So here is my last question to you. You're an inspiration. You are truly motivating for all the employees at Lendingkart and for everybody else out there. So, what is that one message that you'd like to give to everybody listening to you right now?
Right. When you ask me to give advice, right, I feel like the right advice change over a period of time. It is not a permanent. But the one thing that remains unchanged, which is permanent, and it is the desire to do the right thing.
Wow.
The desire to do the right things. So I have total experience of the 42 years in corporate, and based on that experience, I can say that organization is the everything. Whatever you offer to the organization is always less, considering it is the topmost important in our personal life also. Also, technology is really important for execution of the bulk task, and it also saves times. And one can execute any work effectively and efficiently with the help of technology. So there is one mantra for me: we can do and we will do. Advancement of technology is really necessary when one want to grow exceptionally.
Right.
I also focus on valuable training of my teammates for
Hmm.
multiple tasks and re-engineering the process and to add the necessary value in my teammate so that productivity can be increased. If one will go outside of lending card, it really helps them and they get the credit for the same. By that way, they give the credit to the lending card. Okay, you have got the magnificence and marvelous training. All
That's
this possible if any employee getting an excellent training in lending card. Also, lending card is really focused on their advancement and importance of technology. And I hope and wish it will continue this way to grow more and more. That is all.
that's a very, very sweet message. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on our podcast, Uncle. And wishing you and your family a very happy New Year.
Right. Same to you, and thank you very much. I really enjoyed this broadcast, and it is a really very great and unique event. And you have made it possible. So I am thankful that.
No, no, thank you. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit like and share. मिलते हैं अगली बार with some real insights on leadership and the industry.